Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles 2, where we discuss entrepreneurship, how to become a better version of yourself, how to succeed in life, money, ideas, and how to be the golden Buddha, which is a reference to the higher version of yourself. Hello, my name is Anna, and I've created Magic and Miracles in order to help people of all walks of life achieve their manifestation goals. All the information for the coaching is below. Please understand that if you'd like to be in my coaching, you need to first book the 1-hour session, upon conclusion of which, if we both decide that this is a good match and we can work well together, you are then expected to book what's called a signature coaching package. This is something that I've developed for the YouTube audience specifically. This represents the amalgamation of the last 15 years of my own journey and learning and tweaking and developing all the techniques, all the methodology, all the tools that I've created for people who want a shortcut to quantum leap to their desired timeline. All right. So 2 to 3 months in this process, we rendezvous 3 times per week via Zoom or via phone call. And we go through the coaching program step by step. I start with your history. We process drama, trauma, panorama is what I call it. The emotions essentially that still keep you stuck in that timeline that you don't prefer. And then we embark on this journey of developing your new life, okay, to put concrete steps into creating this life step by step and materializing it in your life today. You may also know me from my other channel, Magic and Miracles, the original channel where we discuss relationships. The link is below. You can go check it out. So essentially, I don't just coach with relationships, but in all areas of your life. Just a reminder also, I recently updated my coaching agreement. So for anything on my website, you will need to sign that coaching agreement, even for the 1-hour session. The way I do things is you have to print this out, sign it by hand, scan it, and send it back to me via the email before our first session. I have other do-it-yourself courses. All the links essentially are below. If you have any questions, please contact me via my email. So I was really looking forward to recording this, and happy 4th of July. I hope everybody had a beautiful 4th of July. And I was really inspired to record this. And essentially, we're going to discuss how it's easy to stand out, which is what everybody wants, right? In today's day and age, everybody has something to say, it seems like, on the internet. But how it's easy to stand out when you are yourself. And a lot of people are just not being themselves. And I have a story for you, which is illustrative of what is happening out there right now and why I'm so adamant about authenticity and really developing yourself, your own point of view, not borrowing, not copying, and not trying to be like somebody else, okay? Not using AI, all right? And listen, first of all, before anybody says something, I have played around with AI, but here's the difference. The way people use AI today is they use this ChatGPT, which I have never used it, and I never will, because it just reeks of robotic, impersonal, sterile, cold approach to incorporate into your business. I think it's deadly. I just think it's deadly. There's no way a robot can replace a human mind. All right? That aside, I have used the AI for images. I loved playing around with images, creating different, thumbnails for myself. In the past, I have done that. And since then, I've recently discovered that you can do it with videos. And that's really exciting because I think you can create some really artistic things. And mind you, parenthesis here, you still need to utilize your brain. in order to come up with those images, because drum roll, you're gonna have to type stuff in that you yourself came up with. You're gonna have to be artistic in that sense and tell the fucking machine what you want to produce. Okay, you're not just lazily typing in, give me a description of this and that, or give me a just okay, here's my story, and you will understand what I mean and how easy it is to stand out in today's day and age. If you're an entrepreneur, if you coming up with an idea right now, if you want to create your business, my high recommendation would be to set the fucking ChatGPT aside and use your motherfucking brain, right? Don't copy, don't steal, don't try to be like anybody else. If you want to be a person, have a fucking personality, for Christ's sake. So this person emails me the other day, and I get these emails, all the time about offering their services. And it's usually some person who wants to develop an app, or who wants to show me how to promote my YouTube channel, and to sell me subscribers, which I know a lot of coaches out there, not for nothing, but it's clear as day that a lot of people are purchasing subscribers, purchasing likes, purchasing views, purchasing comments that they write themselves. Okay, this is true story. All right. And I find this so sad and so disastrous. But at the same time, I'm here for the people, again, who want to utilize their brain, and which is why I'm recording this audio. On the background of these stupid idiots, you look like a living legend. You look like a superstar. When everybody looks the same, and I mean quite literally, everybody looks the same. Even the teenagers these days, I mean, not for nothing. Of course, there's exceptions to the rules, but they don't even fucking know how to spell. This is how much how brain dead this, situation is. These, I mean, I don't know if it's a generation or like this resigned, completely resigned attitude towards life, towards creativity that is currently going on. So against the background of these fucking idiots, and they are fucking idiots, because this will be of the utmost detriment to these people. Mark my words, against the background of these people, you will look like a motherfucking superstar. As soon as you just utilize your brain, just be authentic, just be yourself. I'll put my money on it. How you like me now? So the story is, this person emails me, and I look at the email and I quickly scan it. And essentially this person, again, is trying to sell me her services. I believe it's a she, could be a he, I could be mistaken, who cares? But the thing is, this person is saying to me that they've checked out one of my channels. One of my channels is called Coaching for Coaches. I've created a channel. I put out, a few audios out there, what I truly think a coach should do. And if you're interested, you can go check it out. But essentially, more or less, the tone of that channel is that you have to be authentic, right? In summary. Now, it's really fucking baffling to me how this person, they claim, looked at this channel, which I know they didn't. They haven't listened to a single fucking audio. They just, they're fishing for somebody who wants to promote their channel, which, again, translates into putting money into views and literally buying views. These are not real people. Again, we're dealing with robots. I mean, how fucking sad that shit is. Now, parenthesis here, really quick. I don't understand the principle of all this. Like, if you know you're purchasing robotic likes and views, and you're writing those fucking comments, how the fuck are you supposed to source clients? You don't think clients know this, that you're fucking purchasing and the quality of your work does not match up with the kind of likes and views you get? You don't know that people are that smart? You don't know? Well, of course, if you're that dumb to purchase likes and subscribers and especially comments, yeah, I mean, naturally your brain doesn't go that far. The people are gonna figure you out in 3 seconds, especially people, like 30 and over kind of situation, especially if you went to college and invested in your own brain. Not for nothing. I mean, you actually don't have to go to college to have a brain, but I'm just saying, somebody who invested in being intelligent, all right? And so this person emails me and she's saying to me that, I looked at your channel and it's very nice and blah, blah, blah. And, I can be of help with my ideas. And, my intuition is so on point. I scare people, all right? Because I could just, I don't know how I do it. I just know that I do it. I know the email, the vibration of it, it just gave it away. It really just reeked of fakeness to me. Just some kind of robot fucking wrote this. No person writes like this. That's for fucking sure. I don't precisely know exactly what it was, but it was just the kind of like robotic fake language that was used. It was obvious to me. And I believe that it will be obvious to you too. Again, if you're an intelligent person who invests in their brain, which I didn't know that it was an option growing up myself. Anyway, so I quickly scanned this email. I'm in between my meetings. And there's 3 things that I absolutely loathe, all right? Liars, lazy people, and people who don't invest in their intelligence. Because these days, to not invest in yourself intellectually is quite frankly a fucking option. So people are so lazy that they resort to AI and borrowing ideas from AI. Parenthesis here still. Don't you think that the same fucking ideas the ChatGPT gives you, it gives to like 1 billion other people? Yeah, something for thought if you're intelligent. So these 3 things I really loathe. Liars, lazy people, and people who don't invest in their mental capacity. And this person checked off all 3. So now lying to me, already I know. If you're writing just intuitively, I was like, this is a fake email. This person never fucking looked at my channel for 1 fucking split second. I know fucking that. Now she's selling me this stupid shit that she's saying that she can be of help. How can you be of help to me when you're this lazy that, the ChatGPT kind of fucking writes your email? And you're not intelligent enough to realize that I will realize that you just wrote an email with ChatGPT. So I write back completely, like this was a 2-second thing for me, that I scanned the email and I just I gathered that vibration. And I write back, so let me guess, this email is written by ChatGPT. Good luck in your career, or something to that effect. Okay, you have nothing to offer me, or something like that. So this person, the audacity now, right? I mean, stupid people always are audacious in the wrong direction. So she writes, she or he, I actually don't know, but it's easy to find out. This person, I'm gonna get to the end of the story. Actually, I do know, all right? But so this person writes back and says, "Oh, you caught me. Yes, it was ChatGPT, but now is trying to convince me that she in fact went through my channel." Lie on top of a lie, okay? How would you possibly be capable of going and listening through my material, which my audios are about 30 minutes each? How would you possibly have the intelligence and the patience to listen through my stuff if you're that unintelligent as to write an email through ChatGPT? You can't fucking write an email through ChatGPT? Are you that fucking dumb? Oh my fucking God, man. I got so angry. And she admits to it, right? But now she's selling me this lie that no, but I did the research and I think I can be of use to, she can be of use to me. Oh, I can't. Right now, you're using ChatGPT to write introductory emails to potential fucking clients trying to sell something. And you think you can be of use to me? You can't be of use to a fucking donkey to wipe his ass, okay? Much less to an intelligent person who invested in herself for decades upon fucking decades, who created 4 channels, okay? Dedicated to self-empowerment and bringing people up. And you think you can be of help to me? I'm not being arrogant. It's just facts, my darling. It's just fucking facts. Side note here still, this would be as if I were to say, like, I've developed this coaching program for instance for my clients for YouTube in specific. I've been a coach for 10 years, but upon coming to YouTube, I realized, this is a different kind of situation, and I need to come up with a concise and precise coaching program, something that I've already practiced, but it needs to be structured differently. All right. And again, as I've said in the intro, it took 15 years of developing it in retrospect, because that was my own journey of overcoming things, of tweaking things. What helped me, what helped thousands of people in my coaching throughout the 10-year period. And this is the amalgamation. But now imagine I was one of these lazy ass bums, okay? Like no good ass bums. And I would just tell ChatGPT, can you please compose a coaching program for me? This would be the equivalent of that. Would you pay money for that? Don't worry, I'll wait. Don't worry, I'll wait. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. Because that's fucking crazy. Because that's not authentic. No thought went into it. It's absolute fucking garbage. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're talking about. How can you possibly offer anybody advice or any kind of fucking service? So I write back. I should have just fucking deleted the email, but I got so angry. Nothing pisses me off than liars, lazy people, and stupid people, right? Let's be real here. I write back, I rest my case. You have abso-fucking-lutely, I didn't say abso-fucking-lutely, but you have nothing to offer me. Good luck. This person writes back. Now, mind you, I already she was already exposed. She was already found out. An intelligent person at this point would not even write back. Just be embarrassed at this point would be a natural conclusion. Not this one. No, not this one. Ready? She writes back and she goes and she gaslights me. All right. Well, if you're embarrassed about it, maybe you have something to work through. Because AI doesn't own the words. There's no intellectual property here, kind of broken. Oh, that's your concern, the intellectual property. Holy shit, banana, which actually it should be. But side note here, AI doesn't own words? You're missing the point entirely. You brain dead person, I wanted to say. And all the while you're gaslighting me that I should be embarrassed? Well, I'm embarrassed for you. There is that. For sure. But that I should be embarrassed because you're stupid? That's another level of fucking twisting the pretzel, gaslighting and manipulating. So not only this person is stupid, but now they're trying to turn it around on me. I found that touch really particularly amusing and really exposing. Again, if you were an intelligent person, let's just say you're starting out, all right, and you made a mistake of writing an email with ChatGPT, and you go, all right, fine, this shit doesn't work. I should change my approach. I would apologize to the person and be like, you're right, I will do better. And then maybe, I don't know, a couple months later, email back with actual ideas. all right, how she can be of use to me. Of course she can't be, because I just, I don't give a fuck about anybody else's opinion. I just do my shit. I believe in my authenticity, and that's just what it fucking is. I have a highly developed opinion. I think the only thing that people can ever have against me is my acerbic epigrammatic wit, but I'm truthful. I'm authentic. You can't fuck with that in a million bloody years, okay? But this person tried to turn it around on me. So this is what we're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. A generation or a crowd of nobodies. Completely brain dead people, if I may, that would rather, like, not even, I think this person in particularly is narcissistic. It takes some balls to turn it around at a potential client, mind you, that would spend money. I actually emailed her back at some point and I said, listen, please stop emailing me. You're lazy. And it shows, and I just figured you out. And you should be catastrophically embarrassed for your stupidity, for your laziness, for your absolutely disgusting, way of approaching this. To a potential client, you being manipulative, and you gaslighting a potential client. Now, this gives you away completely. You're a narcissist. You're a stupid narcissist. As if there are any smart narcissists. But anyway, it's always people with no magic that tell you what to do with yours, don't you know? Oh my God, I was befuddled. Do you want to know something? Fucking-fuddled. I was like, this takes balls, but of a stupid kind, like an entirely stupid kind. So don't you think now? It's like in the Bible, parenthesis here, you will know them by their fruit. I know you by your fruit. I know you by your work. A parenthesis here, by your chat GPT fucking work. Work in parenthesis. No work was applied there. So this is what you're dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. A bunch of nobodies with no opinion, with no brains, literally no brains. I admire people a lot. Everybody that I look up to in the entertainment industry, some of these people I've coached, had the privilege and the great honor of coaching. I admire people who have a highly developed opinion. Opinions are necessary, ladies and gentlemen. This bravado, this confidence as an entrepreneur, as an artist, as a creator of any kind, comes with a highly developed opinion. What do you fucking think? Have you investigated? Have you put in the work? Have you put in the work in your brain? Did you understand that this is what was necessary going into any kind of fucking business? All right? I look up to people who don't give a flying fuck what the world thinks. And quite frankly, those are the most successful people because they tell the world what to think. In other words, not being manipulative in that sense, but they present their own ideas, their own point of motherfucking view. Okay? How about that? Everybody wants to be told what to think. And the thinkers, the true thinkers, the true people of intelligence and the true people with ideas, they don't ask people, oh, what do you think? And what do you think? And can I use ChatGPT? Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. I don't know a single successful person who would use ChatGPT to write a motherfucking email or anything because it shows how stupid you are. It really fucking does. At no point, I don't care how evolved AI will ever get, at no point will it substitute the human mind. Here's a couple quotes for you from my memory, all right? Not from ChatGPT. I didn't look it up. From my memory, okay? When you read books, you have that kind of shit. Virginia Woolf, unless I am myself, I am nobody. Oscar Wilde, be yourself. Everybody else is already taken. I wonder if these people ever heard of these brilliant writers. Gore Vidal, style is knowing who you are, what you want to say, and not giving a damn, not giving a flying fuck. Okay, that's from me. A highly developed opinion is necessary. An opinion of somebody who invested in themselves. I love Tarantino when he says, you know what, I just make my movies for myself. Everybody else is just fucking invited. All right? He doesn't give a fuck. In fact, he is notorious for being like, no, you say my dialogue this way. If you argue with me how my creative process is going to go, you're out of here. He's known for that. This is why he doesn't hire composers, because he doesn't have the time to deal with these sometimes really opinionated people. He doesn't want that. He wants his vision. Okay, that's how really specific and really committed you have to be to your talent, to your person. You want to be a fucking person in this world? Have a fucking personality. For Christ's sake. Seriously, a personality. Otherwise, you're a nobody. You shouldn't call yourself a person if you're using ChatGPT for anything. That you should be writing yourself, reading books and learning shit, okay? I don't care how popular you want to be. It's not about being popular. You want to leave behind a legacy. You want to build a successful business, start from scratch. Humble beginnings are wonderful because you learn so fucking much. I would have never been the same person today if I allowed some fucking ChatGPT write shit for me. No fucking bloody way. No way. No fucking way. Have some respect for yourself and your business. Have the individuality that is not fucking replicated anywhere else. You know why? Two reasons why. First of all, it's authentic. People gravitate towards authentic people. Not the AI written bullshit. And now, people even make fake faces of themselves. All right, fake faces that they don't even look like that, and they put it out on social media. It's my face. It's not your fucking face. Now, I understand maybe for some people it's a concern of privacy and this and that. No, but this is not done for this reason. This is done for purely like, I want to look like somebody else. You don't like yourself. You have unhealed issues to such a degree that you literally rejecting the possibility of developing your authenticity. We're dealing with a generation of a bunch of unhealed people. This is my opinion. They'd rather be a robot than themselves. So do you see the fucking opportunity here for yourself? And I know my audience is very intelligent. I've seen it firsthand over and over again through my clientele. Don't you see the opportunity that's offered up to you? I don't care what age you are. You can be in your 60s, 70s, 80s, what have you. You can develop a business that's unlike any other just by showing up and being yourself. Just give yourself that permission, okay, to lift your fear. When you remove the fear and other negative emotions like insecurities and doubts and this and that, what you have left is passion and success. Just by showing up, you're already valued. You are competing. There's no competition against these people. These people are nobodies. You're competing against a crowd of nobodies. Bring your gold to the table, ladies and gentlemen. Now is your time to shine. Just go for it. And I know from my experience again with my clients that this is an unprecedented time perhaps for you. If you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to create your ideas, in whatever capacity that you create them, but don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If there's no reference to the past, like when you have a new idea, your mind automatically searches for a reference from the past. Well, there is no reference from the past. This is an unprecedented time for you. Okay, because you're creating something unprecedented, but therein lies your creative power. You get to create anything from scratch because you're showing up with your own ideas. No AI can replicate it. You have a different kind of motherfucking AI. You have the higher self creating that for you. You have the intelligence that perhaps you've built upon years and years and years. The only thing you really lack is confidence. But I hope I give you the boost of confidence through this ridiculous, kind of story that I've just laid out for you. How really bad things are out there. I mean, you know it. I know it. These people don't have a flying fucking clue. I can't tell you how many times a person came into my coaching. They're intelligent. They're so savvy. They know their shit inside and out. The only thing they lack is confidence, the bravado. Okay. But I'm here to tell you, you're a living legend. You are. You're the last of the Mohegans, so to speak. Okay, let's hope not. Let's hope this. Listen, my hope is genuinely. This is why I'm coaching entrepreneurs and have been coaching entrepreneurs. My hope is truly that this shit turns around. But if it doesn't, power, more power to us. The people who actually choose to work for what they present to the public. It shows in the face of the so-called influencer if they've lived what they're talking about. It shows in the way that they talk, what they choose to say, how they choose to present themselves. Authenticity has a different fucking vibration than some kind of fucking ChatGPT or whatever. Now listen, I'm not talking about a filter or whatever, or even retouching your image. Sometimes, whatever, there's a blemish or something to correct, but on a whole, becoming like a totally like robotic person, this is incredibly sad. But incredibly good news for us, okay? Again, people who really have something to offer. You have a lot of gold to offer to the world. And my hope is truly that you pull out your living legend, your golden Buddha status, as I refer to it, and start really implementing step by step. It's not going to be an easy journey, but who gives a fuck about an easy journey when you are creating a legacy? When you're creating gold, when you're inspiring people, doesn't matter how many fucking views you have, how many likes, how many whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it's authentic, as long as it's connecting to the hearts of the people, because you know what the fuck you're talking about. So important. My hope and my desires to inspire you to get up today and do something about it today. No matter how small the step, each and every single day, take a small step towards your goal. Before you know it, your goal is accomplished. And you've got something incredible that you have presented to the world, to yourself. And you just, first of all, you yourself in the process revolutionize your life. As I always say, revolutionize from top to bottom. The vibration that you will have in your life is going to be incredible. It will move mountains for you. It will just completely inspire so many people and bring this energy to the world that will reverberate for centuries, for generations. And this is what we really should be doing. No matter what you're doing, no matter if you're not an entrepreneur, if you have a job, whatever, do it authentically, do it your own way, okay? Do it with bravado, do it with highly developed opinion and high confidence and certitude that what you have to offer to the world is gold. It's nothing short of gold. Thank you very much for listening. All the information from me again is below. Until next time, ciao, ciao.